Thank you for viewing this Capital Magnet Fund Performance Report Completion Training. This segment will cover Economic Development Activity Project Reporting. We'll start off on the homepage of the Awards Management Information System, or AMIS. From the homepage, we'll click on the Cmf Performance Report link. Next, we will click on the Performance Report link. If you do not see the performance report listed under the recent Cmf Performance Report section, click the Go button to retrieve a full list of performance reports. As you may recall, the Cmf Performance Report detail page provides a detailed list of compliance measures for the award. To create our economic development activity, we will either hover or click on the project's link and then select New Project. From the record type dropdown, we will select Economic Development Activities and hit Continue. On the New Project page, all fields with a red bar next to them are required, so we will begin by entering a project name. If you are a 2018 Cmf recipient with a requirement to make an investment in a disaster area, and the EDA project is located in one of the 2018 disaster areas, check the 2018 disaster area checkbox. Moving along to the project details section, in the project type, most commonly for EDA, you will select economic development activities, but we do have a few recipients that may be providing loan loss reserve or risk-sharing loans guaranteed to our EDA. For this example, we will select economic development activities. For the primary financing type, we are providing construction financing. The EDA type is essentially the primary use of the facility. In this case, we are providing a healthcare clinic, and our estimated square footage for this healthcare clinic is 5,000 square feet. If you know the number of construction or non-construction jobs that will be created for this project, you may enter. Next, we will select no other CDFI program funds are being used in this project. If other sources of federal funding are being invested into the project, the source and amount will be entered here. Proceeding along to the Cmf Commitment section, we will report the amount of Cmf being committed to this project. For this project, we are committing $100,000. If we were investing any program income into this EDA, the commitment of that program income would be listed here. For this example, we do not have any program income that is being committed to this economic development activity. The next section is eligible project cost, recipient level leverage. As a reminder, recipient level leverage consists of the Cmf award, any program income, or enterprise level capital that is being invested into this project. For this example, the Cmf award is the only source of recipient level leverage. So we will enter $100,000 in this field. Moving along, we are entering project costs by their source. Project costs are first broken up by eligible and non-eligible costs. And then of those costs that are eligible, you will further enter them broken down by public and private sources and from third-party or related sources. For this project, we anticipate total development cost of $1 million, of which 100% will be eligible. Of those $1 million in eligible project costs, $900,000 will be coming from third-party private sources, and the remaining $100,000 will be the CMF Award, which is entered in third-party public. As a reminder, these are just projected values. Actual values or final costs will be entered on the annual report. Next, we will enter an address for the EDA facility. This facility is at 123 Main Street in Omaha. The XY coordinates and FIPS code, those fields can be left blank as the system will automatically generate those, typically overnight. Recall that economic development activities must be proximate to affordable housing. In this field, you will enter the address of the related affordable housing. The affordable housing being served by this economic development activity is at 456 Washington Street in Omaha. Now that we have entered all required information, we will save the project record. And at the top, we have received confirmation that the project was successfully saved. Before we are ready to submit the performance report, an annual report must be created for this project. Where a project record is created once, an annual report is required on that project every year through the end of the project's affordability period. To create an annual report, we will hover or click on the CMF project annual report link and then create new annual report. For project status at fiscal year end, we will indicate that the project was partially complete. And for investment or affordability, we will select investment. For affordability, that is the option you would select if the project was complete and the tenant had moved in. In this case, we indicated we are developing a healthcare facility. So had the healthcare provider moved in, and was providing services, we would then select affordability. Moving along, we will report our project dates. So far, the project, we have issued a commitment, and the funds have been fully dispersed. However, the project is not yet complete. It is only partially complete. So we will leave the project completion and place into service and initial occupancy date fields blank. Moving along to the use of the CMF Awards section, as indicated, we have made a disbursement into this project. The full $100,000 that was committed has been dispersed. The type of disbursement was a loan, so we will report that as debt. The funds have been fully dispersed at 2% interest. Once again, our eligible activity, economic development, and because funds have been dispersed and invested, we will report that the stage of investment is investment. Where previously on the annual report or the stage report, you would only report disbursements for the given reporting year or the fiscal year, where now, as of July 2020, you will report totals for the project. So if you had issued a $50,000 disbursement to this project in the last reporting year and an additional $50,000 in this reporting year, you would list the full $100,000 here in the amount of CMF dispersed. Proceeding along to the program income section, we have not earned any program income on this project, nor have we dispersed any program income into the project. So we will leave these fields blank. Moving along to eligible project costs, recipient level leverage. Where on the project record, we entered our projected. And here on the annual report, we will enter actuals. Since the $100,000 CMF award has been invested into the project, we will go ahead and enter that $100,000 here. For our eligible project costs by source, so far, $500,000 worth of eligible project costs have been funded. So we will enter that $500,000 in here, $100,000 of which was the CMF award. The remaining $400,000 came from third-party private sources. And we will proceed by hitting save. In the next reporting year, once the full $1 million in eligible project costs have been need to be reported, these numbers will be updated to report the full $1 million. After hitting save, we receive confirmation that the annual project report has been created, and we will return to the project record. We now have a green checkbox indicating that the annual report was created. And if we return back to the CMF performance report, look at our projects list, we will see that all of our projects have an annual report. We are now ready to proceed and generate the performance scorecard. Typically, the scorecard does take a moment to load. When it does load, you will have a high-level overview of the award's performance status. If there is a failure for any given performance metric, please provide an explanation of the failed metric or the non-compliance, or you may return to the performance report to edit any project information. Once you are satisfied with the scorecard, you may submit the report. If you have any questions, submitting a service request is the best way to reach out to the CDFI Fund. To do so, you will click the service request link here on the toolbar in AMIS. From the service request homepage, click Create New Service Request. For the program, select Capital Magnet Fund, enter your requested buy date, and select the award you are referring to. Especially if your organization has multiple CMF awards, entering the award here will make it easier for the CDFI Fund to respond to your request. For status and service request origin, those fields can be left at their default values, and you may then select your priority of low, medium, or high. Proceed by entering a subject and description, and you are ready to submit your service request. Available on the CDFI Fund website is a comprehensive compliance reporting manual that will assist you with your compliance reporting. In addition to submitting a service request for any questions, you may also reach out to the CDFI Fund using one of the phone numbers or email addresses listed here. Thank you for taking the time to review this compliance training.